Like it's almost in a way as if in those moments early you think to yourself, another death doesn't matter, another mistake doesn't matter, it's fucked anyways. But then you come to this later stage in the game and you think to yourself, if I just did one small thing better, if I were just slightly better off in the game, then we could have won. So actually everything matters, even though in the moment it doesn't feel like that, you know? Like for example, I think my second death this game, like my first death was stupid as well, but I remember for my second death I was thinking, it doesn't matter anyways, it was gonna be hard already, but 20 something minutes into this game, it was actually winnable, I think. So then imagine if I don't think like that early and I actually keep in mind that everything matters, every single small thing that happens will weigh up and matter in the end, then maybe that would make a difference, or maybe it wouldn't, but at least, you know, I'm doing my part. I don't think I'm doing my part in this game. I don't think I was doing my part in the Tristana game either, or the second Jinx game, because I'm just like, I don't know, I'm letting it be more than just like one slip up, if that makes sense. I'm kind of letting it snowball, but it shouldn't be like that. It should just be, yeah, it should just be that you think to yourself that everything matters and then try to play the game the best you can, and then again maybe it doesn't matter in the end, but at least you did your part. I think today I'm not doing my part at all, so let's try, let's see, can we do our part this game?
Are you the hunter or the prey?
Somebody inting? Yep, it's me. It's me inting. A lot today, apparently, but we're working on that. Learning some things as we go. You think that is as true in LEC as it is in solo queue? I think you'll find more cases in solo queue where after the game you actually ended up winning, or like ended up realizing that, yeah, it would have made a difference. Like sure, in LEC people will play it out more properly, so when the game is fucked, it's like actually fucked. In solo queue it's less likely to be actually fucked because it's solo queue after all, so people will make more mistakes and not play the game out as well or as properly as they would in the LEC. But I think for both it's equally important. But I also think you'd find yourself actually getting rewarded for it in solo queue more than in the LEC. Like if you fuck up a game, then in the LEC the enemy team maybe doesn't let you come back into the game, even though you do have the right mindset and you stop making mistakes. It's maybe just too late, you know. But in solo queue, I think you'll be rewarded if you don't let it get to your head. I think there'll be a lot of games where you actually make a comeback, or like actually, you know, maybe not end up winning, but give the game like an honest chance. I think, for example, this last game, I'm not sure if I did. And again, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we lose anyways. But now I just feel sad, yeah. Like some of these games just make me sad because I know we can win if I just, you know, give something to the game. Something a little bit. Tiny tad. I think Kaisa is still pretty good. Hard to lane early. Hey baby boo. Hey. I have this problem with Kaisa right now. Like for Tristan, I think it's like kind of obvious to go precision second because you don't need the money in any way, and you don't need to support the early game in any way. You're strong anyways. So you can go precision second, but on Kaisa, I really want to go precision second because I think not having bloodline versus having bloodline is like such a big difference in how you can play later on in the game, like what decisions you can make, if you can stay after a fight or not. I think this is like bloodline related. Because when you play like this page on Kaisa, I feel like every time you get poked out, you just have to base. Like you have no lives, you just have to base every single time. So it impacts the game a lot, I think, later when you don't have bloodline. Because if you do, maybe if you get poked out, you just hit wolves for a little bit or midway for a little bit and you're fine. So I really want it, but it's hard to lane. So at the same time, you really want that, I think, or that. Kind of undecided right now of what I should actually be taking. Maybe it depends on the game, maybe it depends on the draft, or how I think the game will go, depending on the draft. But some games, I really feel like, fuck, if I had bloodline, I could have done so much more later in the game. And some games, I really feel like, fuck, if I took cookies and boots, I would have actually gotten through this early game and been able to play more than, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Are you the hunter or the prey?
But let's try to make a decision depending on draft for once, and not be so black and white in what we want to do. Also, another problem with taking bloodline, I think, on Kaisa for me is that I don't know what to take with it. Like on Tristana, this seems obvious, or this, I think. But on Kaisa, what do you do? This is super weird. I think no one ever does this. This is more like it, probably. I think this is okay. But early is gonna be hard. You have no mana resource at all. Fuck, we just picked Karma with Kaisa. That's not great. I wish I picked something else. But it's fine. I have marks from Gragas and Lee Sin later. I just think when you play Kaisa, it's like super nice to have Nautilus or Leona or any sort of like fighting support set. Galio. Senna support with Jace, probably, right? So in theory, right, Karma should carry me in lane. In theory. So shouldn't need this. So what do we go here? Do we go this? Or do we go this? Let's try this. Am I gonna be Am I gonna have mana issues? We will see. We will see.
Here is where we make our stand. Do as I say. It's the only way.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
My forces scour the world. Nothing will escape.
What is more common? People who play like the game is won and throw, or people that play like the game is lost and throw? I think people that play as if the game is lost and throw is more common. But I also think people all the time play as if the game is won and throw. That's why it's really important, you know, that you don't give up. Because it's likely, especially in solo queue, that the enemy team throw. They go too far, do too much, and then you get like that comeback Nash or that extra Drake that gives you 5 minutes to farm. I mean, it's equally important to not throw when you're ahead, right? But I think it's like, it's harder mentally to stay strong when you're losing. And some, like, yeah, I just think from the losing position it's harder mentally than from the winning position. But of course both are important.
Trees. How I missed them.
It's gonna go no? Farming with Qs like this.
I came back. Get up. Stand firm. Fight or flight. Only now I do not run. But so very good. Got one.
An ally has been slain.
Dead? Why did he not die? He doesn't have heal, no? Cute, I guess.
This place is beautiful. We own it. Feed the beast, albeit tame.
Doesn't matter what E. Nice.
I'll be
Noise. Nice. Yeah, I played some Jace actually. I'm Master 7 Jace, so I have been in this situation. You try to EQ the cannon and then you only mana for Q and it's like, no. I had that happen to me in my normal game adventures. Last year, I think, or year before last year, I did Jace. I'm pretty sure I did Jace when
the hunting ground has
the old
changed,
items were there.
but the hunt is the same. I will meet.
Oh, we don't get dove on this wave.
I do not listen.
But shouldn't be, right? Gragas is farming wolves.
That's one. Exploit their mistakes. Sound.
Ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
2 down. I need to gather my strength.
An ally has been slain.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Pursuit
An
hunting.
enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
I was spared for a reason. This skin lives on me and hunts with me. Stay alert. I came for the hunt. Stay for the fruit.
Good Gragas. Oh, my Gragas. That's a good cask. That's a wonder cask, no? Kind of like a wonder cask. Ogres.
That's enough for the moment. The hunt will resume.
Fuck, I always fail the trick on stream, and then when I'm not streaming, I always get it. Oh, close. Close.
A moving target lives longer.
If I don't do this wave, he might flash check me here, yeah. I have some damage with the Q upgrade at 11 minutes.
That's fine.
My cut down did zero damage this game, but I'm still so happy that I have bloodline. Like, I don't really care actually what I have second,
I like it here.
because I just want the bloodline. Like, I'm so happy I have bloodline.
An enemy has been slain.
This rune is awesome, 180 carries. I actually don't know how this roll would be without this rune. Oh, he's back already. Back already? Oh shit. Just diving it. Help! Kragazi! Shield! Fine. It's fine. No, I got down to 107. But to be fair, if I had overheal here, maybe we are surviving. I guess I caught it in the ult, I just kind of assumed she had ult, but it didn't look like she had ult. So I could have played more aggressive. I'm so happy I have bloodline. This rune is awesome on any carries. You can actually like walk out in mid and get JCQ'd and it's alright.
Yes. 6.
Has destroyed a turret.
Message. Survival is an instinct. This skin is fashioned for survival.
Okay, not my best pathing maybe, since Karma went the other way. But still 1 for 1. Actually, it's kind of happening, I think, where we're like winning and I'm throwing, you know, or like not thinking that every small detail matters when it actually does.
And walk like
I think it's actually kind of happening right now, what we talked about earlier. But since I'm on the winning side, you know, I don't feel like frustrated or anything. That's why I think it's easier. Because if I was on the losing side and this happened, you know, I have this mistake here or this mistake here, I'll think to myself, fuck this, and let it snowball. But now since we're winning, it's like,
Only true.
yeah, it's easier. Easier mentally, I think. But equally as important for sure. It's just harder to recognize, I would say, since you're winning. Here's another mistake. Bloodline, look, look. Oh, yes. Yes, and we just keep on playing. Oh, it's beautiful. Bloodline.
Exploit their weakness.
I mean, he has ult, so doesn't kill him, even if it hits. Well, he flashed it anyways. Wouldn't have killed him though.
Don't die.
Killing spree. Shut down.
I think we're really throwing. But I'm also sure no one's feeling bad because we're winning, so it's easy.
This is my path.
Easier.
Learn.
It's not easy, it's easier. Actually, I would maybe even see it this way. I think it's easier to deal with, but it's harder to fix. And the other one is harder to deal with, but easier to fix, I would say.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Maybe losing this game will help us realize
Stronger than I left.
that we're really trolling. But I'm sure if we win, no one will pay any attention to it. I'm very low mana here.
Good day. Slain an enemy.
8 kills.
Bloodline, look. Look at this, it's beautiful, no? Beautiful. Full HP again. Oh, yes.
Survival means never stopping.
Okay, can we do this? Yes! I did it on stream. I did it on stream. Hype.
An enemy has been slain.
Tree. How I miss that.
Shut down.
I came back to
What if we just hit Nash? Right now. If they're not coming, we just do it. If they're coming, we stop it. We're not gonna lose HP, so... Might just be free to hit, you know? I didn't even think Nocturne was going bot side for his red, like it's free Nash. Don't even need jumping. There you go.
They will come. We'll be there. Forgive me. It's so very
I didn't get a mark.
This is beautiful. I'm going to.
That's a good cask. Wonder. Wait, I'm trolling, no? Of course Vigo is there. I didn't realize, but where else would he be? Of course he's there. Tower. Oh. Oh. Sick.
Your team has destroyed an
I don't have to. Don't have to sell it yet. I would sell it though at some point, I think. But not yet.
An ally has been slain. Shut down. Dominating.
Feed the beast. Or be its meal.
I wonder if presence of mind would have made a difference in a game like this. Was there ever a point where I was kind of like, should I move? I guess the Drake fight, I was kind of boom. And I know I'm holding back a little bit on using my spells, when I'm doing waves especially.
Cool breeze. I remember these. Reminds me of home.
Overhill would have been nice as well. Probably nicer than cut down. The thing is, I feel like damage will never be my problem, ever. So in theory, I shouldn't be taking cut down, because it will never be a scenario of me like lacking damage, or it shouldn't be, right? But there could be scenarios of me being and not being able to deal damage. And could be scenarios of me dying too fast. So with that in mind, maybe present mind or overheal is just better. I don't see anything. Please don't kill me. It almost killed me. Like, I think, you know, you think about this fight. I mean, it's maybe a bad example because this fight was really... Like, I wasn't really in it anyways, but... Like a fight like this, it will never be, fuck, I didn't deal enough damage, it will always be... Maybe I get one shot by Nocturne, or... Yeah, I don't have mana. So... Not sure if cut down is the right choice. I think it's nice, but... This meta, maybe not nice. Or maybe not needed.